Here we go, YouTube. A red prison list here in Modern on Magic Online. One of our first ones through the companion meta that we are experiencing right now. So it has been revamped slightly to try to combat a couple things that we've been noticing. However, like many decks, when you're trying to tune them for the brand new meta or a shifting meta, you need to make slow, small changes. So we'll see what this does. It could do nothing. It could work really well. It may depend completely on what we run into. So what are the main differences that you'll see here? Firstly, I'm lacking Eidolons completely. We're not seeing too many reasons to play Eidolon right now, and we can talk about that as we get to maybe matches and whether Eidolon would have been well or not. I've brought in a few spell skites here that some people might have noticed. This is to protect bridges. We're going to be playing more lock-oriented than the Pyro Prison portion. We have another spell skite here for Karn to fetch. We also have a welding jar as a way to kind of protect our couple artifacts, because we're going to be relying a little bit more on those. There are red prison builds that focus a lot heavier than just this. The other thing that we are going to note is we have this walking ballista, because for whatever reason Core Firewalker is really hot right now, so hopefully we'll dodge that. Lastly, we've actually upped the removal main deck. So we have 3 Abrades, which is pretty typical, but we're bringing in those Slagstorms again. We're seeing Luris decks, we're seeing human decks, we're seeing Merfolk decks. So we'll see what this league brings us, but here you go, Red Prison. I know it's been a while. Enjoy the matches coming up right here. We'll just jump right into them. No edits, no cuts. Let's go. Let's go a la one take. Can we do that? I'm gonna get called away halfway through this. That's fine. One take makes it a little easier for me to upload. A little bit easier, but hey, it's off stream, so YouTube exclusive content. Subscribe, like, all the above. Comment. Let us know. I know many of you have been waiting for a red prison list. No guarantees that this will do well. We have to try things. Let's go ahead and let's see here. I need to make sure this is all lined back up. We're recording some other stuff. We'll do it this way. Well, I like to play first. Yes. Absolutely. All right, well, I can't be too disappointed with a hand like this. It's turn 1 or turn 2 Chalice, turn 2 Magus. We have a companion. This does appear to be perhaps the human's companion. We've seen this in humans before. I've seen it in a few other lists as well. We'll hope that they don't have Storm going for us. That would just wreck our Eidolon plan here. Might try to get this Magus out. They don't have an island currently. Doesn't mean they won't find one. Let's go ahead and ritual out a Magus here and see if that stops anything here. The other thing we could do is wait for Chalice on 2, but I think this is not a bad idea, seeing no basic island currently. It is a bit of a gamble here. Opponent could easily have the island in hand, but if they don't, then they're going to have to burn a Manamorphose. Alright, we can pick up another Rabblemaster. We'll just play our first Rabblemaster and get in for some damage. We'll hope they don't have a Braid or a Lightning Bolt here for this Magus. Top deck land will get placed on Chalice for 2. No top deck land will continue the Rabblемasters. And ironically, of all matches to initially get here, this one, Eidolon, would be great. But hey, we can double check and see if it matters. We do have more Maguses in the deck. We'll see how it all pans out here. All right, I could keep Blood Moons active. This is probably okay. We're about to hit for 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. 16, and then next turn would be lethal. So the Blood Moon out here protects us from them picking off this Magus. The Rabblemaster is just excessive at this point and probably not needed. Now they would maybe pick off the Rabble Master if they have any removal. Doesn't look like they do though, so we're going to go ahead and swing him for a ton of damage. And pass the turn. Alright, fingers crossed that we've got this one. We should be able to kill them here regardless of what they play. And it looks like they've got nothing. I don't mind committing a Rabble Master here. My opponent concedes without spitting their last card out. So this might be Storm. I see a Spire Bluff Canal, the Serum Visions. We've seen this card played in Storm lists. So I'm going to guess it's Storm right here. So what do we have for Storm? Well, I can kind of take out some bridges here. I can bring in a Hazret. I can bring in an Anger. Could bring in Relics. What else could I bring in? I could have an extra Spell Skite, but that usually doesn't do a whole lot here. We'd have Walking Ballista. The Abrades are good. Main board Spell Skite's not a bad idea. Wipe Away would be a problem, but no other card there. Tormod's Crypt gets left for Karn to play. We want to be fast, but we also want to consider locking them out. Chandra might not be very good in this matchup. Something we could take out here. We already took the bridges out. We can go fetch a bridge. We can also Anger and remove a wide array of tokens. The Hazret's interesting over the Chandra because it's a bit faster, but it does get chump blocked pretty easily. I think I want to take 2 more Chandras out here. I like this and bring in perhaps this Anger. Go after their graveyard. Go after their creatures if they have them. We have tons of removal now in the form of Slagstorm and Abrade. If we happen to be kind of in a stalemate with them, we have Hazret here that we can start attacking with. I don't believe Chandra is very good, although Chandra could be a removal. That might convince me to bring the Chandra back in here. I could see the Spellskite being decent against the Chalice, but then the repeals and stuff might be the way they do this. They might have something that just bounces all artifacts. Maybe I don't want this Hazret. Maybe I just want the Chandra. Chandra on turn 4 after they've played something and don't have the counter spell could be really nice. Maguses might not be very good. So, irony aside, we do have a list that it's not doing very good to what they've got going on here. Because they have Manamorphoses, they have lots of spells, so our Eidolons are missed already. This hand results in a turn 1 Rabble Master if I'd like to. I could ditch the Anger and try to go for it here. We could also ditch the Karn and have the Anger as the backup here. Sideboard-wise, I don't know really what I want other than maybe a Tormod's Crypt here. I definitely think I'm keeping... I think we're going to go ahead and try for the fast Rabble Master into Anger as backup here. It is one of the fastest clocks we can offer here. Basic Island. Opponent's like, whoa. Yeah, I'll take that. Alright, fingers crossed that they don't have an Abrade. They very well could. They might not have prioritized it because I have Blood Moon effects. We'll play Rabble Master. We'll swing for 1. The better card here would be Slagstorm currently because it could hit face and help us close the game a little faster. Alright, so we're hoping that they have no removal for this Rabble Master. What a great card to be playing right after this is Blood Moon. They do like a relatively healthy amount of blue. Looks like we will avoid this unless they have Bolt. Bolt is an option for them. Can we be faster? The big question, did we need Eidolon or is Rabble Master... Well, turn 1 Rabble Master is pretty good. And they do Bolt. Alright. So this is where like an Eidolon would be great. We don't get one though. In this turn, I'm going to go ahead and play Blood Moon to stop them from having too many blue cards here, hopefully. Now we're on the back foot, and this is where an Eidolon would definitely help, so we'll just have to see how that plays out for us. We do have this active Goblin, and another Rabble Master here would be fantastic. I'd even take a Magus. I need a creature probably more than anything. That doesn't make blue, thanks to Blood Moon. Double braid here. Not being able to cast both is a problem. We'll hit for 1 and pass the turn. Extra island here. There's Baral. Well, at least I have something to take out Baral. We'll do this at end step. This way, if they have the remand, I get to do it again. Looks like they do have the remand. Oh, Echoing Truth. Alright. Well, if I would have waited, not that I knew. They Echoing Truth their Baral away. That means they don't have a counter. And they're not bouncing like Blood Moon here, which is good. It'd be great to get the Chandra down to continue applying pressure, but that's not happening this turn. It may be okay, though, because I probably need to use this Braid on this Baral they're about to replay. It's good to know they have Echoing Truth, though. Blue plays Baral here. Alright, well, in response to the Manamorphose, we're going to attempt to Braid here. Makes a Pyretic Ritual in response. We get the Abrade. Manamorphose is going to float 2 blue here. 5 mana. This be a great turn to get this land and Chandra down. 3 cards left in my opponent's hand. Just plays the big 5/5. I could blindly attack here. It's probably not wise. I probably want a blocker. Blocker for a turn, Chandra down tick, and Anger is not a bad idea here. We'll just go up here. I wish these would go away. This is like a bug now. This doesn't exist. I can't cast that anymore. Alright, fingers crossed they don't kill the goblin here. Manamorphose. Follows this up with a Pieces of the Puzzle. They hit a... Let's see here. What do they keep? They keep a Gifts. They did not keep Baral because they can't... No Goblin. They had an Abrade. They kept another Pieces and not the Ceremony and Gifts. Alright, so they take down Chandra here. We have a Simian Spirit Guide, which isn't very good. We'll just pass turn. So we've seen a Braid. We've seen Lightning Bolt here. They're going to Gifts on their turn to set things up. Might even fire off a Pieces of the Puzzle here. We're flooding out with mana. Not very good. This 5/5 just kind of ruins us here. Generally speaking, the Gifts and everything would be probably easy to beat with an active Chandra, but the fact that they can play this is pretty... it's pretty good. So if we had an Eidolon after the Rabblemaster, we'd probably be doing 2 damage maybe. They'd Echoing Truth it. Yeah, I think we lose here. Trying to keep them off of using mana. It won't really matter here. The Past in Flames is 4. They can spin the wheel and do all of this. We're probably dead here. I'm going to take one more draw if they allow us. My opponent's floating all their blue. Pieces of the Puzzle. They hit a Noxious Revival. Which actually isn't too bad. Problem is I'm going to be at 10 here. The reason I'm going to take one more here is I'm about to go to 5. Well, this is... There's a certain irony here with this, with the Noxious Revival. They can just put like a Lightning Bolt on top. They obviously didn't want to kill this currently. They could have Noxious Revival, Manamorphose, Lightning Bolted it, then hit me for 5. And then followed this up with a Past in Flames and hit me for 5 plus the 3 at least. I'd be at 2. This I did Noxious to get a Baral back. At this point, I think we're dead. I have to chump block here or they're going to kill the Rabble Master. They have this Past in Flames. We might be able to go ahead and scoop this one up and go to the next one. Might be able to. Yeah, I think so. I'm chump blocking. I can play another thing, chump blocking. We're very far behind. Let's go ahead and concede. Save a little bit of time here. We know how this goes. They have a Gift Sender here as well, so that's why this is safe to concede. I draw a land. I can play Simian Spirit Guide. I can play Chandra after that and not do too much. They've gotten through our 2 creatures at that point. I have a Magus. Scavenger Grounds. Yep. Okay. It's making me wonder if I should have 1 or 2 of these bridges, but they have a lot of ways to just bounce my bridge. Let's take 1 Slagstorm out, bring another Chandra in. Not Slagstorm, sorry, Anger. Chalcedon 1 and 2 would be really good. Chalcedon 1 and 2, and then I have to just deal with the big one. That we did say we would lean a little bit heavier on the artifacts, so that looks like what we're going to have to do here. Fast Moons and fast Chandras and Karns are probably the winning line here. We'll see, though. I'm wondering if I should have at least a bridge in here. At least 1. We did see Echoing Truth, so that's notable that they could bounce several artifacts if they're all the same. They could bounce several anythings. Might almost be worth it to hold like an Abrade up for a Rabble Master token to make sure we don't lose all of them. Alright, but we're not going to make too many changes here. I could see a Hazard maybe in here instead of maybe these Karns. Just to be a little bit quicker. You know what? Let's make that slight change as we're waiting. We'll see if we get it. It means there's only 2 Karns here for the Tormod's Crypt or the Ensnaring Bridges. But Hazard's also a good blocker for their companion. Just having the 5/5 available is a little bit brutal. We'll definitely play first here. Definitely play first. Alright, well. I have a turn 2 Rabble Master. Turn 2 Rabble Master. Let's go ahead and keep this. It's relatively fast. These 2 cards are kind of non-bows at this point. Playing Karn and getting a Tormod's Crypt, though, could stop them a little bit. If it was a turn 1 Rabble Master, it'd be so much better. Opponent's mulligan to 6. We're gonna eat the whole taking out the Eidolons. I can just feel it. No, we're going to win. We gotta beat this companion. We got this. Opponent mulligans to 6, deciding probably between needing a Blood Moon, Protective Hand, or quick removal here. I would hate to see a Steam Vents untapped here. If I do, I may delay the Rabble Master, depending on if I can top deck a land here in the top 2. Alright. Go ahead and pass to our opponent. They take the draw. Spiral of Canal. They don't do anything with it. Alright. We happen to have the ability to play a Chandra here. I'm thinking the Chandra is more important than anything else. Let's go ahead and try that. We'll see if this ritual goes off. It's a little risky to play such a big threat with an open blue here, but I don't think they have too many just open blues they're using. Go ahead and tick up Chandra here and pass the turn, hoping I don't go over a mountain. Ritual's not actually the best thing, so it's good that's gone. This doesn't exist anymore. Ignore it. Opponent does nothing here. Now we'll have the Abrade open. We have 2 Abrades open. Alright, I wonder if I play Karn here. Karn and go get like a Liquid Metal Coating. Or not, or Liquid Metal or a Tormod's Crypt here. Could even get a Bridge as a, just in case. I also can leave a Braid open here. I could attempt to play a Rabble Master, but I have a feeling it's getting shot down. If I had one more land, the Rabble Master seems so much more tempting here than like a Karn with these Abrades. They could also bounce Chandra here. Let's attempt to play a Karn here. It leaves our removal down, but the Karn can go get a variety of things. And I think, for me, the first thing we'll get is a liquid metal coating. Even though they could just brawl and kind of go off here, I like the idea of potentially keeping them off of a certain amount of mana here. They don't do any bolts. They don't do any echoing truce. This is looking good. We've got the extra island here. This is brawl or something like that. So the question is, can they go off here? They're going to go ahead and attempt to do something here. Pyretic Ritual, Manamorphose. Ritual. Maybe I should have left these. Oh. The biggin. Okay. Okay. This isn't terrible. Get our land here. I can go up and get this, and they have 3 cards left. I can also down on this, and then I could down on this liquid metal coating and knock one off, but then I'm leaving a Baral here. They have 3 cards. I almost feel like this is the chance to go ahead and get like a Tormod's Crypt and have Chandra at 7 here with just a Baral. They'll attack with the Baral. The other thing I could possibly get is an Ensnaring Bridge. Play Ensnaring Bridge, play a Braid on the Baral with this upticked. That's kind of tempting. It means my liquid metal coating might not be as good, but this will be at least at 7 then. Let's go ahead and try that line. Hope they don't have some Braid or a bounce spell here. If they do, Chandra shouldn't die. But we'll go get another bridge here, or a bridge. See if we can beat the companion. The bonus card. I'm getting bonus cards too. It's just costing me loyalty. I pay for my bonus cards. Alright. Bridge out. This will be up far enough here to abrade the Baral. And pass turn. 3 cards, a draw here. 3 mana for our opponent. Fingers crossed. This can't attack currently, and even if they pop the bridge up, at least I have the abrade, liquid metal, and a Rabble Master as options. This is also at 7, so if they want to, they need to probably take care of this Chandra. They have a shenanigans here. Okay. Now, where do they go, though? They've got to go at Chandra, right? They go at Chandra. Shenanigans is really frustrating to play against. Alright, so I can liquid metal and Rabble Master here if I wanted to. So we'll play liquid metal coating here. It'd be great to have Rabble Master out and be able to abrade this. It would be great. It'd also be okay to just uptick this, have the chump blocker here, and take them off of a land. Let's try that. Liquid metal coating here. Let's go ahead and get the Spiral Bluff Canal out of the way. And let's play a Rabble Master here that they could pick off. If they pick off, they kill one of our one of our pieces. If they kill Chandra, we're taking them off another land here with the Karn. If they go after the Karn, then I can down tick and abrade this. This also means that one of their last few cards is a Bolt or something, and I have a random chump blocker. Alright, they dredge back the Shenanigans here, so they want to use the Shenanigans on the Liquid Metal Coating. This is fine because I can actually go get things with Karn here. Let's see where they want to go with this. Because this is the only problem card right now. They decide to take this at Chandra. What else do I want here from my Karn? Because this is going to be hard to kill here with the Chandra dead. The other thing I could do is just wait here and just let this die and try to like race them. I actually like that line because then this forces the Shenanigans on the Liquid Metal Coating right here. Otherwise they lose another card here. So this is going to do that. And then I could use Karn to go get something like a Tormod Script, depending on my top deck here. And that would get rid of the Shenanigans. It's a ritual effect. I could also go get a Spellskite to try to protect the Rabble Master and just get in for a ton of damage here. This gets rid of the Karn. They're likely not to get the Shenanigans back. I could go get a Walking Ballista here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to take them to 9. Or sorry, 11, 10, 9 with Walking Ballista, 8, 7 with Ruins. So they'd be at 7 with a board state here. Part of me almost just wants to get the Tormod Crypt to go ahead and get rid of the graveyard entirely. Part of me wants to put the Karn back up one here. Part of me wants a Spellskite. I mean, there's not too much in the graveyard, and they're down one land here. All right, let's go get a Spellskite here. I think the looping Shenanigans is just too much of a problem to worry about it. So we'll play a Spellskite here. I'll have the Abrade, and I'm going to swing for the team. Because even if I have to quote unquote trade here, then I can save the Abrade for like a Baral, and then I have this random Spellskite that can like protect us from a few things. Knocking them off one land was really important too. If we could have gotten a second land, that would have been really good. They'll leave Shenanigans in the yard and draw a natural card. It was like a double time walk, killing a land and making them draw Shenanigans. Felt pretty good here. I don't see this coming through again. It will be blocking one of these. There's a Baral. So this is where that Abrade's going to go. We'll do it at the end step. Cool. All right. Ooh, Chalice on 2 is probably lights out here. Just slam it on 2. 2 is the more important. And we will send in just the Rabble Master tokens this turn. They'll take 2, and then next turn we'll send in Rabble Master. That way it's a 3-turn clock. We also have the Chalice somewhat protected with the Spellskite as well. Can't replay it afterwards, but not bad. I'll take a land here to help with the Ruins here. I'll take a Scavenger Grounds specifically. Scavenger Grounds specifically would be very good here. Trying to beat the companion. I like this companion, by the way. The art's really cool. The wolf here and the elk. The elemental elk. It looks like an elk as well. Countered, Brawl. Trigger check. Should be pretty good here. No reason F6 though, just in case of that land bolt. There you go. We don't need Eidolon, although that made that a lot harder than it should have been. Top deck cards, Chalice and a Braid. Actually, the extra Chalice is really nice here because I could put the Chalice on 2 again. And if I put the Chalice on 2, then unless it's a Echoing Truth of some sort, it stops it from a wipe away or something else. That Liquid Metal Coating was the right play. And then attacking here, we'd go ahead and attack with everything. And we'd have 3, 6, 9 over the course of the 2 turns. Nice. Taking down Storm without the Eidolon. Match 1 under our belts. Playing some Red Prison in Modern. Looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and find match number 2, our second opponent here. Alright, so Eidolon checks. Would have been great, but won without it. And beat the companion. Looked good, looked good. Alright, let's find this next opponent here. I have to watch. Our screen goes a little bit wider than it's normally done. We're recording some other things for other people. Let's join match. Match number 2 here, playing Red Prison, trying to beat the companions. We got Emily P as our opponent. We'll play first. By the way, that extra set of Blood Moons helped us out game 1. Note that. Note that. I hate spinning towards the free win red, but alright, we have Luris here. We are going to keep this one. This one's going to be a little bit slow for us. We'll see how it plays out. We'll start with a gemstone. Looking for some sort of ritual effect here to allow us to Magus or Rabblemaster. Magus is going to be decent against Luris, but not backbreaking. Especially starting with the snow-covered plains. Especially with the Giver. Oh boy. I'll take a Braid here actually now. Alright, I hit my ritual effect. I think I want to keep them on potentially a singleton white. This could be mono white though. If it's mono white, we're in a bit of trouble. They could also just path this. But a Rabblemaster token is literally doing nothing here, so let's see if we can keep them off perhaps black, green, or other colors. Double white, though. Looks like it's mono white. Thalia. Probably going to play the Protect the Thalia game. Alright. Because we can't play Chandra next, I'm going to go ahead and play the Rabblemaster and plan to play Spellskite the following turn. We might just run into a Luris here, which is really awkward for us. Playing a Luris down for us means even if I were to be able to Chandra and kill Giver Ruins, I can't stop it from coming back. So if this is just like another plains here and Luris, I don't really know what I can do other than probably bridge them at this point. Which Chandra will help dig if I top deck one more land, and Spellskite will help protect. So there's Luris. So they've got this kind of weird combo where they protect with Giver, I have to kill Giver, Giver goes the yard, yada 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 yada. Alright, lucky for us, we can play this Spellskite. I'm going to send my one little token into play and pass the turn. We also got the Chandra, so Chandra is going to help us dig, hopefully. Spellskite can block Luris reasonably. I highly doubt they're going to give protection here. My opponent is going to gain some life until I can find a bridge. That's okay, though. That's okay. And at this point, we are not going to use Spellskite to protect Goblin or Magus. Dauntless Bodyguard. So they're going to choose Luris here. They choose Giver of Ruins. Alright, so they're just assembling this kind of... Oh, gosh. Okay, the only way we can beat them now is Bridge lock with Walking Ballista, probably. Because none of this is happening. None of this is happening. Alright. 1, 2, 3 to make 3. I just want to kind of get the ritual out of hand. It doesn't do anything for me here. So they have the ways to protect everything here. I'm just going to go up for damage. We'll create our token. They'll gain life. This would have been a great card to top deck, but we missed out on it. They know what's up. They know how I'm winning this game. I suppose an Anger the Gods gets kind of interesting. Let's see here. They protect this. Then they Giver, protect Thalia. This Giver protects Luris. And then next turn they play Giver. And then they play Dauntless. And we just sit here and do nothing. This doesn't look ideal. So they Path, Rabble Master. We're good for that. We're good for that. We don't care about Magus staying alive. We just need to protect Chandra so I get another dig here. We need to be able to get a bridge down. Bridge down and potentially protect it with a Spellskite. Though I don't see them main decking too many like disenchants. I see more other things. I also don't see them... Oh my gosh, it's Isamaru. This is like low to the ground Luris. Oh wait. Convert a mana cost 2 or less. White allows them to have something like a Celestial Purge. Okay, they path this. Well, not doing anything about that. Just pro red, smack Chandra here, or are you coming at my face? Like, in some ways, I don't see how they attack here. Attacks with Thalia. And something else. And Luris. And Dauntless. And Giver. Okay, so if I block here, they pro it, and then they 4 or 5. Alright, so we'll just pass. It doesn't matter if I block here. The blocker later might be more important to gain life instead of trying to save a Chandra that doesn't happen there. Alright, bonus Magus here, pass the turn. All protection from red easily with the Giver Ruins right now. We just need to live long enough that I don't die to damage and I get a bridge. I mean, this is turned off. That's cool. Prevent some damage. Wonder if they do a very similar attack here. They do. We'll allow all this damage to happen. It's a considerable amount of damage. Looking for bridge off the top. Got to play our lands because we need those in play. Looks like we're going to be blocking with some Maguses this coming turn. And then hoping the bridge is on the top of the deck. I foresee a lot of disenchant style effects here. Alright, we're going to block as much damage as we can here. We're going to take 4 here. They're going to protect. Yep. Cyber-wise, I might bring in Spyglass to stop this. Really wish I didn't go up with the Chandra like I did. I'd have a Karn, and then I'd have a bridge. So bridge has to be the top deck here. Slagstorm. Well, we'll go for it. They sacrifice this and then they pro something else. Probably Luris and lose the rest. It gives us another turn. Oh no. No. Protection that. This sacrifices to protect that. This protects Thalia here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Isamaru dies. It still looks like I get a turn here. 3, 4, 5, 6. I do. I get 1 turn because of the Slagstorm there. They'll take the turn and replay the entire graveyard here, probably. Dauntless. Protects Giver. New Giver. New Isamaru. Kytheon. Hits me for 6. I go to 1, needing top deck bridge only. Bridge? Yeah, come on. Different game if I didn't go over that Karn there. Okay. So, Spyglass seems kind of interesting. I'm going to bring the extra Spellskite and the Angers in. Going to leave the bridge back for the Karn here. So this is all coming in. Chalice 1 and 2 doesn't look too bad. Blood Moons look awful in this matchup. I'll take all the Blood Moons out. I actually don't mind the idea of like relics potentially. Just as a draw. Don't totally mind that. If I do that, what am I taking out? I mean, these Rabble Masters are just really chump blockers at this point. I'm going to leave the Walking Ballista also for the Karn. I do know they have the Athalias, but I'm bringing in a lot more of just removal. I honestly don't think the Rabble Masters are going to do much. Rabble Masters might be better, though, than, like, say, the Magus here. We can use the relics to interact with a little bit of their graveyard. I don't mind the idea of, like, a Welding Jar as well. But I'm going to leave Welding Jar back for Karn, and we're going to use 2 Spellskites here to protect our artifacts. Okay, so Bridge does look like it's got to be the play here. We got to play Lock Prison here against Mono White Luris. Alright, we're going to keep this. I've got a fast clock if they don't have anything going on, and I have a turn to Rabble Master or Bridge here. Plus we have the interaction for the graveyard, if I so choose. I'm really thinking that maybe a Rabble Master is my first play here. If I draw a land, I might go ahead and do that. I feel like this Bridge just gets nailed pretty quickly. And even if they have, say, like Athalia, maybe I want to play double Rabble Master. Alright, so we have, like, Path Mana up here. So that makes me want to go ahead and play the Rabble Master. We don't have Path Mana anymore. We do have Path Mana. We have Bobble. Okay. Seeing the Karn here, I'm going to go ahead and Ritual out and play the Rabble Master. I think they've got, like, a path here. They want a path and then Bobble so that I don't... Well, okay, maybe not. I was going to say so that they don't lose the Bobble here to the Relic, but maybe they don't care. Maybe my opponent doesn't care. Gladly take that land. I do need it. Now when they Bobble here, the Relic doesn't hit, just the Bobble. We'll be sure to use our Relic activations, though. Extra. It's the Maru. Let's go ahead and do this now. Encourage them to use their Bobble. Dauntless Bodyguard. Protecting Isamaru. Land here, I Karn. Ooh. Ooh, I can... Ooh. Ooh, I can Chalice. I could Chalice on 1. That seems relatively decent. It stops Giver. It doesn't stop the Bobble loop here, but I have the Relic kind of to stop that. I don't mind taking a touch of damage here either. And I only have one converted mana cost card. It's one other Relic here. This way, if I can kill these somehow, I'm in good shape. Thalia would be a bit of a pain here. It's Mox Amber. That'll allow them to play Luris here if they'd like. Horizon Canopy. Gonna hit me for 4 damage. 2 damage. We won't block. I don't need a block yet. Isamaru? Or sorry, Luris? Phyrexian Revoker. Do I want to pop this Relic now? I almost want to pop the Relic and But I could also not pop the relic and kind of encourage the Revoker to name relic here. If I pop, then I can't really get the bridge down as fast, but I could get this Karn down. They might name Karn, though. Let's go ahead and let the relic sit. See if they would like to name the relic over, say, the Planeswalker here. I'd rather lose the relic than lose this Karn. If I pop the relic, they're going to name Karn or Chandra. Nice. Okay. So we lose the ability to use our relic, which is fine right now. I'd rather have Karn's ability here. Nice. So the big question is, what do I want to get? I probably want to just get a welding jar here. I could also go get a Tormod's Crypt and pick off the bauble. I could wait on the welding jar the next turn. Probably can't because they're going to kill Karn then. Actually, they're going to play Luris and get to play Bauble. Honestly, Welding Jar might just be the most important thing here. Yeah, they get to Bauble a whole bunch. Man, they're going to get to draw so much if I let this happen. I could also just go get a Walking Ballista and plan to pick two things off here. That almost seems like an okay play. They get to play Luris here, and then they can get one thing back. It doesn't give me any, like, protection for my bridge, which is dangerous. I really want to get rid of this Bauble. They don't get the Mox Amber to play anything extra here because it's shut down. Alright. You get the Tormod's Crypt to take care of the Bauble. They would have played another Bauble if they had it in hands. They have Luris and 2 unknown cards here. They can come after the Karn, but they're going to have to come after it with 3 things here, which would mean I get to potentially nail the Phyrexian Revoker here. They don't have Path. I could probably sit on this bridge for a little bit trying to get another protection spell from it. Maybe a Rabble Master next turn. Dauntless is countered. Countered. Countered! We're in a fairly good position here. Just because I can block, like, Phyrexian Revoker and turn my Relic back on. If they hit for 2 here, I can actually go get my Welding Jar. Alright, they go with both of these. So, easy block here. Alright, so I hit an Abrade. We're going to be going up with Karn. I'm trying to decide if I want to do the Mox Amber here or if I want to like hit Isamaru or some, or do a Relic. Having a Relic as a blocker because it's just not doing anything. Because I can just play Luris and replay the Mox Amber, so that's not very valuable here. Let's go up with on our Relic here. And let's pass the turn with an Abrade open and this Relic blocking. Let's see if we can keep Karn around long enough to get like a Welding Jar to protect the bridge. That would be the ideal state here. Leonin Relic Warder. Let's see what they target here. They might target this Chalice on 1. They target my Relic. So I guess this is a pop Phyrexian Revoker and use the Relic here. Exiles all the graveyards. We're going to lose Karn here, but at least I get to use the Relic one time and I get to clear the yards out. By clearing the yard out, maybe my next Karn can go get Tormod's Crypt. Let's go ahead and exile. Draw an extra card. Well, land's okay here. This is also something that's not hitting my bridge. 2 to Karn. We can play, what, Rabblemaster next? Lose Karn. Mox Amber's back online here. Thopter. Thopter. Alright. Double Rabblemaster. We can play Bridge out here, which is probably what we just need to do at this point. This will stop the Copter from coming in and looting for them. I won't be able to stop Isamaru and Lian Relic Ward, but I at least get this Rabblemaster next turn, and hopefully one more land, and then I can be under these 2 as well. I'm going to get hit for probably 4 damage here. Hoping they don't have another removal spell for a bridge. Now I can F6. A Chalice on 2. If I top deck a Chalice, I slam it on 2 here, and we probably win the game from there. They could have things on 3 and 4 that are spells. Horizon Canopy cycled here. Plays a land down. We've got 3 mana for my opponent. Maybe a Lyris. Slam that Lyris. No can do. Alright, well we hit the land here. We get to play the Rabblemaster down. We get to pass the turn. What's cool here is without a real hefty board state, my opponent could just get overwhelmed by goblins. Lyris defending for a while, though, is going to be a problem. So no one's attacking here. I have a random Rabblemaster I'm going to be setting down. We have another Relic Warder, so there goes our bridge. They're going to suit up the Smuggler Copter here. Might even attack with all of this. One, two, three, 1, 2. Attacks with everything, does some looting and some scooting. So Torpor Orb might have been a really good one to have. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go ahead and chance it here. Chance it here. We'll keep Rabblemaster around for a turn. Land drop and they can play Lyris here. They choose not to. There's a Chandra. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kill this. We have 1 blocker here. Get our bridge back. We're going to take 5. Yeah, it looks like that's got to be the play. I don't see playing a second Rabblemaster doing anything here. Kill this, pass turn. If they go after Chandra at all, it gains us a little bit of life here. Oh, it comes back into play. Oh, well then, just kidding. Thought it went to my hand. Oh, this is just better. I thought it was like a freebooter. That's right, it was in play. It's like a Oblivion Ring. We knew that. There's Lyris. So we can replay the Lian and Relic Warrior. Lian and Relic Warder. So they've got that going from them. This is really annoying recursiveness. And we have 3, 4, 5 damage that can come through here. They could just try to push all 7 towards us. We have to block one of them. Then we have our Chandra here as an option. Mono White Luris looks like it's pretty good. By the way, Eidolon would be pretty good in this matchup. Takes 4 to us and 3 to here. Loots and scoots. Gets a Dauntless Bodyguard here. I think I can go ahead and... I don't want to block Lean and Relic Warrior, actually, because of the Luris interaction. We actually are pretty much dead on board, because even if I were to kill this... I need a bridge here. Oh. Oh, shnikes. Oh, shnikes. That's like a really good top deck. Oh, yes. Please. I'm not going to attack the game life. Oh! Bridge and only? Oh, call your outs correctly, Fluffy. Nice. And those are gone. And we get bridge. Who's king of the hill now? Alright, we just need to avoid some more. Clearly, I need a Torp Orb. ASAP. Another bridge would be nice. That's actually not a bad card. Alright, Rabblemaster, swing in for the 1, pass the turn. Must have some 1-drops. They did nothing. We have a shot here. Prison all the way. Got the backup Anger when they play the next Leonin. They can only hit me for 3 too because of Copter. Come on, where's my Chalice? I need a Chalice on 2. She'll work. We're going to attack with the team. I'm not too worried about anything hasty from my opponent. In we go. 4, 5, 6. This is going to be an additional 2 here, and we have them dead on board next turn. Oh no, there goes my bridge. No. Come back, bridge. Selfless Spirit. Okay. I need a removal spell. Like an Abrade. Well, that's not an Abrade, but... I'm going to just boot up Smuggler Copter here. Let's just do... up for damage. Let's play Magus here and just swing with tokens. We're going to get in with 2 of the tokens anyway. Chandra will be lethal. Maybe I should have attacked so that the Selfless Spirit. Actually, if they get top deck Leonin Warder, we lose. We've given them an out. We've given them an out and they get to look for it here. We should be trying to like anger this or something. Shoot. Shoot. Don't do it to me. We should have attacked with Rabblemaster. It would have forced one of these to die. They have an out. Whew, okay. Careful of the outs. Too many Leonins. Too many Leonins. Okay. I'm going to bring a Singleton Torp Orb in here. Seems to be their way of doing this. I think Spell Skites are really good, though, and I like the relics. What do I not like? What was not very good? I mean, honestly, this Magus just doesn't do anything. Extra Torp Orb here seems fine. We have the Welding Jars. I don't want to hazard it, per se. I think Chandra's much more powerful. If we get stuck on 4 lands and Thalia comes down, well, I'll eat my words. Okay, this is a Chalice on 1 or 2 pretty quickly. And then we have an Anger the Gods. Seems reasonable. No turn 1 play here. Maybe I wait on this Chalice. Oh, I don't want to put a Chalice on 2 because of my own Torp Orb. But a Chalice on 2, I wonder if they have anything that could kill this. Let's be greedy. Let's be greedy. We're going to 2 immediately with this Chalice. Next Chalice will be put on 0. And we'll hope that a million paths don't ruin me here. Okay. Not worried about Thalia. We're just going to bide our time here. Look at all these rituals. I'm going to be able to dump my hand instantaneously once I kill Thalia. We do have an anger here, and I don't have the chalice on 1 anymore at the moment. I almost would prefer them to dump a few things here for me. Selfless Spirit's pretty good. Selfless Spirit's pretty good. Just got all these lands. What do I want to do with these? Is it time to put a chalice on 1? I feel like the chalice on 2 is just safer. Let's pass the turn one more time here. We're getting pretty greedy here with this Anger of the Gods. And I know that they're going to have everything here. But being able to play a few things might be important. They gotta know. They gotta know what's up. Being able to play a chalice on 2 here as our next play might be worth it. Let's see what else they want to play. See all these things on 2? That's fine. So Anafen's is going to bolster something here. It's going to bolster the Guardian. How quick can I empty my hand here? Can I splice? I want to splice everything. It's way too much mana. What about splicing 1 here? This is 5 mana. I mean, I'm gonna die pretty quickly if I don't do this. We'll do this. This makes 6 mana. Then I can cast and splice again. This makes an additional 6 mana. I'm up to 7. I can now anger. I can't anger and chalice on 2. If I put a chalice on 2 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I won't be able to play my own ritual the following turn. I probably have to anger here to kill the Selfless Spirit. We double bolster here. This goes to 5, 6, 7, 8. But then it's too big for the bridge. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I feel like I can just use the Desperate Ritual here and then probably Chalice on 2 and then safely bridge behind it. Cancel. So that'd be a Chalice on 2. Wonder if I die here by doing this. This is going to go up to 3 as well, so there will be 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 damage, and then I can play the bridge out, and I have a Chalice on 2. We're going to try this with the idea that if I top deck a land here, I can bridge safely, and I should be under the bridge. Should be under it. We'll see. I'm thinking Chalice on 2 is their way to get rid of bridge here. Silent Clearing. There you go. There you go. Magus doing things. There's Giver. We just need to hope that this doesn't hurt us too much here. This is 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. Going to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Need a land here. Land and bridge. Land. Come on. Rabble Master. 1, 2, 3, 4. The least toughness here is going to be one of these two. Well, I'll make them have it here. Us waiting on this Anger of the Gods is probably incorrect now, looking back. But if they don't have a creature here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. What I can then see is if they... Well, it's 4 damage, and then they have the Giver here as well. There's a Dauntless Bodyguard. So this is 5 damage. They got us. They put it over here on the Dauntless. That's kind of interesting. The Dauntless is now a 3/2. Play Luris here, and now they just suit up like Anafenza or the Giver. Suit up the Giver as well. Dang it. Alright, well, it's mono white. They get us here. Chalcedon 1 would have stopped these two from coming in. Leonin is probably in hand, though, so the bridge has to be protected there. We have a few Anger the Gods coming up. So if we would have Angered the Gods earlier, we would probably have this Anger the Gods to clear some of this going out. Dang. Luris. Alright, well, we have the right tools for that. We probably just need to play it a few more times. We can Anger a little bit more preemptively there. We could also maybe have just brought in the Walking Ballista instead of trying to have it from the sideboard. That would have taken care of a Thalia pretty easily. Thalia was a big proponent of that. We've had issues with humans in Thalia before, so we just need to be more mindful of when we're casting our stuff. All right, we're playing against an opponent. They have Luris as their avatar. We're going to go ahead and play first. I want to so bad. You know I want to. You know I want to. Blood Moon with a Luris here? Have they declared? They haven't declared. I want to so bad. This is such a bad keep too. But if they have nothing but non-basics here, we're in great shape. I'm going to go for it. Don't do this. This is for a fun laugh, and you can yell at me all you want in the comments. They have Luris as their avatar. We're taking it down. Here comes the Force of Negation, our first blue-white opponent. Here we go. Pacha 94S. I hope Blood Moon ruins you. Because this is all in on this strategy. There is nothing else happening here. There's nothing happening for easily like 4 or 5 turns. At least I have, what, 21 lands here? Yeah, they didn't declare anything either. Well, be good, Blood Moon. Be good. Be good. Don't force me. Don't do it. Alright, it's in. Mono red. Oh, gosh. It's over. It's over. We should probably just concede. We should probably just concede. They baited me with their avatar. Alright, let's go ahead and play a little bit here to see if they're prowess or burn. They probably like Blood Moon. Yes, go for it. Alright, there's the light up the stage. Give me a little more. Alright, they are a prowess deck. This is good to know. Ironically, we could probably still win this if I top deck a few more lands and they have nothing. But I'm not weighing on that. Swift Spear, a little crash through. Manamorphose. Let's see how fast they can kill us. Let's see how fast they can kill us. Chalcedon 1 is great against this, by the way. A little crash through here. Let's see that Lava Dart. Come on. Lava Dart. Bonus Swift Spear. 3, 6, 9. 10. I'm just gonna F6. I didn't even draw that land. That doesn't exist. 5 cards for our opponent. Fiery Islet. This match, Blood Moons and Magus has come out. You got me. You got me, opponent. Good job. We went all in on Blood Moon. It sucked. It was terrible. It was awful. Well, they know we're a red prison. That's about all they know. All right. Spellskite, Anger the Gods can come in here. Relics aren't actually too bad either, per se. Oh, what's bad? Blood Moon's bad. What else is bad? Magus is bad. In some ways, I don't mind like this Tormod's Crypt over another Magus. I mean, I'm going down on all my creatures. We're going to have to defend against probably Shenanigans or a Braid for our bridge. We'll have the Relics for the Lava Darts to also shut off Bedlam Revelers. We have Angers, Slagstorms, and as I mentioned, a Braid. Spellskites to protect bridges as well. We're going to leave the Karn in because the Karn and Liquimetal or Torp Orb's not bad to go fetch here. If we get the feeling that we just really need to bring this bridge in and the Torp Orbs, we can just shave the 3 Karns as well. But yeah. All in. There you go. You can all yell at me. Fluffy, you idiot. You never keep 1 landers. Why did you keep a 0 lander? Because Luris was in the Avatar. Johnny. Timmy over here was like, go for it. And my heart told me it could be good. My brain, though, was like, no. That's why I disclaimered it. We disclaimered it. Ugh. That game is totally different if I mulligan and I'd probably find a Chalice on 1. Oh well. Let's go to our next game. Game 2, match 3 against Prowess. Eidolon's good in this matchup too, by the way, from our very beginning discussions. Eidolon would be a fine include here, and definitely something I should be probably considering. My opponent's like, turn 1 Blood Moon, huh? Turn 1 Blood Moon, huh? That's right. It's how committed I am. How committed we are. Pop. Pop, pop, pop. I don't think it should take the whole 2 minutes to sideboard. Seems ridiculous. All right, let's play first here. That's a 1 lander. I have 2 chalices. I literally just talked about not doing this. I have the Abrade. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Keep. Yes. Would like this hand very much. Our commitment to red has been rewarded. Getting rid of a mountain will probably just ritual out this chalice. It's almost tempting to just take whatever the first creature is and we'll try to beat it. It's almost tempting to, with the idea that I can then put a Simian Spirit Guide, use the chalice here on like turn 2 to shut some stuff off. How greedy do we want to be? That would guarantee the chalice on 2 fairly quickly to stop an Abrade. We're gonna pause here and we're gonna get the chalice on 1 naturally and chalice on 2 through the Simian Spirit Guide. We'll play to beat the singleton creature they should have here. Alright, in for 1. Chalice on 1. Pass turn. Our general hope here is that they try to do something where they maybe light up the stage. They don't hold a Braid up. That is the hope. Maybe punch in for extra damage here. That is the hope. Come on, light up the stage. I can't believe I'm asking for this. Okay, a Braid. Manamorphose. They do a Braid. All right, so it looks like I'm going to go ahead and put a chalice on 1 again here. 1 is a lot stronger than 2. We've actually kind of saved ourselves with the Simian Spirit Guide. Now I can play it as a creature, as a blocker. We'll see if they have an additional Abrade here. Fingers crossed that they don't. We were hoping for Light Up the Stage to get the Chalice on 2, the second one. There's the Light Up Stage now. They reveal a Manamorphose and a Mountain. I would just cast that personally. All right, Chandra here. We can probably just Chandra down tick and kill the Swift Spear. Removes the creature we were just talking about. Or should. We'll see. They could burn a few spells to try to save it here. Burn Manamorphose. Try to hit 2 cards. They gotta cast 2 single 1-mana spells into the Chalice. I like this, because if this all goes in here, then it's a lot less damage happening to our face. And you know these 2 1-mana spells don't do anything to us. Now if they're 2 crash throughs, it would feel really bad. But if it's like a bolt here, or even just another Manamorphose, I'd feel pretty good. There's a bolt. Nothing happens. So we have 1 more spell here to burn. And a Lava Dart. Alright. They keep the Swift Spear alive. That's fine. They have this land they can play. They have 2 Fiery Islets to get through. A lot of 1-drops that don't hurt us right now due to the second Chalice here. I'll have a blocker here, and they'll probably have to send something at Chandra, I presume. Second Abrade, so our opponent's been very good at finding their ways to remove chalices. Crash Through, draws a card. Crash Through is sorcery speed, by the way. So there you go. Soulscar Mage here, 3-4 damage. We have a Lava Dart over here we need to be worried of. I would attack Chandra if I was them, but I also see the need here. Oh, Lava Dart there. Yeah, there you go. They got it. They got it. All right. We're looking for Anger. We're looking for Bridge. Hitting none of it. We'll play a creature out past turn. They have 2 cards in hand. We're at 12. They've gotten through both chalices so far. Dragon's Claw. I'm sort of okay with that. You can hit me for 4 here. I may just let this happen and play another Simian Spirit Guide. It did take me to 8. Worrisome, perhaps. But now I got a Spellskite and Simian Spirit Guide. So in order to punch through this damage, they're going to need a lot. And hopefully these can all block pretty nicely. Spellskite's nice because it'll reduce the damage coming up to us. Fire Islet is used, draws a card. Alright, we have lots of blockers here. I can double block something, I can single block with a Spellskite and take probably 0 damage here. Soulscar Mage is kind of annoying with the Spellskite. There's a Shrine. Shrine of the Burning Rage will kill us pretty quickly. We're going to lose this match because I was greedy. Alright, well, I'll double block and single block here. They need 2 spells here. Lava Dart would do it. Lava Dart would punish us a whole bunch here. They're going to shoot one of these. So Lightning Bolt's me here. All this happens. This grows. They gain life. We lose 1 Simian Spirit Guide here. Okay. So let's go ahead and attack, and I guess Anger here? They're going to gain life through the Dragon's Claw. Just pass back. Shrine is a little bit scary, but I can redirect with Spellskite currently. That being said, they bolt me once, then that's just not a thing happening here. Crash through. Yield, 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 yield. Opponent's digging for answers. I probably need, what, a Chandra or a Karn. A Karn would shut this down nicely. Swift Spear. I suppose a Karn wouldn't be bad. Attack for one? No attack. Land. I'm going to hold the land like I've got an Abrade or I've got a spell here. Shrine goes up here to 5. That is lethal currently. 3 mana. Change the target to a Spellskite here, which could be lethal here. Depends on if they have a land and a bolt or something. Getting hit for 1. 2 cards remain. Alright. 1, 2, 3. We have a bridge down past the turn. Has to be direct damage to face now. We'll just F6. We die to a million things here. Like this spell. Maybe not this spell. Manamorphose? Third Abrade. Has 3 of their 4 Abrades here in the top of the library. Looks like they're going to show off, too, that they had the Burst Lightning as well. Alright. Well, we do keep a no lander on match 1. We probably should have been a little more discipline. Prowess, though. Another match Eidolon would be good at. We'll go ahead and go into match number 4 here. We're going to try to bring this back, get the 3-2. I think that Lair deck we had a shot at. We should have cast the Anger sooner, and for the Prowess matchup, we definitely should have not gone a little bit all in. We got baited by the Avatar. But on the whole, we're doing okay here. Missing the Eidolons for 2 matches so far. Well, actually, probably all 3. Storm was probably missed as well. The Lurrus match would have done a lot of damage. Okay, 2-lander. We have a Chalice and a Braid. We have some Maguses and Blood Moons. We're going to go ahead and keep this. This hand's a little more disciplined than the last match. We'll see how this goes for us. We will see how this goes for us. So far, our Eidolon-less experiment has probably been poor. But that's why we've got to experiment here. Opponent's mulligan to 5 and now has mulligan to 4. Why would you do that, opponent? Don't tell me you're the Neo brand deck. If that's the case, we'll be like 4 for 4 on Eidolons being better than our build. Keeps 4. See? 4. And they're on the play. What do you got for us, opponent? Drawn. Map. Okay. They've kept some sort of Tron hand. Are we going to have Tron mana here on turn 3? It looks like it. Pops the map. We're going to have Tron. We have 2 cards in a draw from our opponent. I'm going to probably slam the Chalice unless I get a top deck ritual of some sorts. Alright, Chalice is on 1. We're going to hope that they can't cantrip a whole bunch here. Sometimes Tron will keep a bunch of stars or other 1-mana cantrips here. If this is just like Karn, we probably lose. And then a Blood Moon's more important here. Or the Magus. Magus applies pressure, so... we'll just pass. I could put another Chalice on 1. I don't see a need for that. This Chalice on 1, I think, stopped a bunch of cantrips, so we're in okay shape here. Needing a land here desperately for this Blood Moon or Magus. I'll probably play the Blood Moon first, because it's a little bit safer from a Dismember. 3 mana here. Expedition map. Countered. It's nice to leave the Abrade up also for an O-Stone here. There's a ghost corridor. All right, our turn. Land. Come on, land. Land, land, land. Ooh. Well, we'll just pass back. They have 2 cards here. They didn't do anything too brutal to us, so we got that going for us. In some ways, I would almost just ghost quarter us. We're a little ways away from Karn, and I don't mind showing the Karn. Ghost quarter us to get us off an extra land. We're clearly having trouble drawing lands. If they have something at 8 or 9, though, they want to do that. Obviously. Ghost quarters themselves. Taking themselves off. They're going to do a Sylvan Scrying here. Or a Thragtusk. Wow, is this a Thragtusk? What? What? 3 turns away from a land. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to take 1 bridge out, bring 1 hazard in. I can bring the Spyglass in as a option to get rid of like an expedition map or something of that nature. I'm not going to worry about that too much here. Let's see here. Well, I said not to do it. I don't care anymore. This is a turn 1 Rabble Master. It's fairly good. We don't even need the extra Rabble Master here. I can protect it with potentially a Spellskite the following turn. We're going to go all in on Rabble Master here. My opponent's kept 7. We're up a game. They're going to be fumbling around trying to get this done. If I top deck the land here, then we Rabble. It's like a super all-in play here, but I like it. Rabble Master number 1, then we'll have Rabble Master number 2. And by turn 3... they at most have Karn here. They will not have O-Stone, I believe, because it's what, 3 plus 5? Alright, so we have map here. I can easily just slam this next Rabble Master and swing in. If they have a Dismember, they're not cracking map. And the following turn I can Spellskite to protect the Rabble Master from the last one. Extra land here would be nice too. Then I don't have to burn the Simian Spirit Guide. Chalice is nice, but we're all in here. We're all in. Rabble Master number 2. Dismember, take a bunch of damage. That's fine. They don't pop map here. We get in for 2 damage. As mentioned, I can play Spellskite next turn. So we're not going to get the turn 3 kill, unfortunately. Map is popped here. Urza's Mine. We have 2 mana available to us. Using 1 or 2 of that. Plays another map here. Plays another map here. Oh boy. This could get nasty real fast. Alright, let's connect with a lot of damage here. We're going to use Spellskite to hopefully protect Rabble Master. We're not going to worry about using a Chalice here. Fingers crossed that this is enough to protect. We're protecting from Karn. And that's about it. Land for our opponent. Wormcoil Engine. Okay. What do we do about that? A Braid? Blood Moon. 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be 6. Let's go ahead and attack with everything here. This Blood Moon's a turn late. And this will, Rabble Master will at least trade with the Wormcoil Engine. If we had an Abrade, we'd probably win here. Turn 4 through a worm coil engine. Okay, we're going to trade this. Damage all resolves. Play a Blood Moon past turn. Thing with double expedition map here is they can really just ramp out pretty hard here. They'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana and then 6 mana. I gotta get that 7 damage through somehow. Them gaining 6 all the time was not going to be good. Them gaining 3 a turn might be a little more doable here. Ancient Stirrings. Finds a Sanctum. So they're ramping. This Blood Moon's super late here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. Finds an O Stone. Now my Braid has to hit the O Stone here. If I find it. There's a Chandra. We'll just pass because swinging in for 4, block, we do 2, they gain 3, they go up to 8. Not worth it here. Ancient Stirrings here. They're going to set up an Oblivion Stone on their turn, or our turn. And probably just win from there. What they can do here is swing with these. I'll triple block the lifelink one, perhaps? Oh gosh. And then they have a World Breaker after this. I can triple block the worm here. We'll do this because Spellskite can block worm pretty easily. They may not have to pop the O Stone anytime soon. A Braid a turn late now. We'll pass, but depending on what they get here with the O Stone, Cracked, World Breaker, and Sanctum, I don't see myself getting very far here. Looks like Tron might have us here. We'll have to go into game number 3. Because the World Breaker just sets us back on the land too, right? Yep. And then they go get like, probably a Ulamog, I would presume. If they show Ulamog, we'll concede. We lose a land here. Not much I can do there. I think I'd almost concede to an Ugin as well. Ulamog or Ugin or Karn. There's Ulamog. All right. We're going to top deck a land at most here. They're going to get to play Ulamog and take us off 2 more lands. We're then going to be fighting a 5-7 and a 10-10. It's 2 turn clock. We have 2 cards that come up that don't do anything. Okay. I'm going to bring a Spyglass in over 1 more bridge. And try that. We'll give that a shot here. So if we didn't have so many Rabble Masters and we had an Eidolon, could have been good. Let's play first. This does not ramp out a Blood Moon effect. And in fact, doesn't play anything really. So we're going to mulligan this. This has no lands. Alright, this is a turn 2 Rabble Master, turn 3 Rabble Master. I have to get rid of 2 cards here. I get rid of Rabble Master and a land here, probably. We have the Abrade to slow them down, possibly. So we have the Abrade if they play something. If they don't, we Rabble Master and try to win fast. We're hoping that they have an expedition map here for me to take out, though. It is an expedition map. Alright, so the Abrade can take out the Expedition map. And probably worth it. This will probably set them back similar to a Blood Moon effect. If I top deck a Karn, we're looking great. If I don't, we can at least Rabble Master here. Chromatic Star off the top here. Expedition map. Maybe makes Ancient Strain mana. If they don't make Ancient Strain mana here, they probably have a Sylvan Scrying waiting to utilize that. Shoot. If I believe they have a Sylvan Scrying, I need to Abrade the Chromatic Star now. Means I'm not getting this Rabble Master into play. Alright. We'll do it. I think they have a Sylvan Scrying. They get to draw a card here anyway. But I'd rather them not have the green mana. Green mana there, they get to use that. Then they have 3 mana afterwards. They can put an Oblivion Stone in. They can put a lot of things. We're just going to hope to dodge Natural Tron here. Expedition map. Clearly they needed this ramp. I don't have anything else here. I need another Abrade. And I don't hit it. Alright, well. Rabble Master in to do some damage. We have a map to beat. They'll have 3 mana on their turn. We're hoping for Blood Moon, I suppose, off the top to give me a few more turns here. Expedition map. Tower. Tower played. Star. Sphere. Could crack this and get the Sylvan Scrying too, which they probably have. I imagine they do based on them cracking this. Here it comes. Yes. Okay, Ancient Stirring. It's probably better that they have Tron now to be able to do that. Blood Moon off the top. Wormcoil ruins us too. I need a Blood Moon. Need a Blood Moon right here, right now. Blood Moon. Magus. One of them. Come on. Yes. Thankful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, we get to attack him for some damage. We've kept them off of colors here. We need them to not have a Dismember. 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 4 here. I could play a Simian Spirit Guide down. Let's do a little bit of math here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's assume they have a Thrag Tusk here. They're going to gain. They'll block this. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go for it. We need the creature into play, I think. Dismember's not good enough. We have a Wormcoil they can't play. They need something to kill the Blood Moon. They have 5 mana here. It wasn't green, so no Nature's Claim. The Blood Moon was just in time this time. And we go. I think we got there. Woo. Woo. Just. 2 Abrades on the 2 cards there. They did have the Ancient Strain, so that was probably really good that we did that. Oh, there they are. All that green mana they needed. All that green mana. We dodged a bullet there. Ooh, 2-2. 2-2 playing that Red Prison in Modern. I'm pretty down for what's happening here. We'll talk about lessons learned at the end, but we got our final matchup here against our opponent. Let's see if we can take home the 3-2. We get to play first. That's always a good sign. Give me a decent hand here. Give me a decent hand. All right, we have the Luris. We have a no-lander here. It's not decent. Mulligan. Okay. Luris decks usually have a lot of creatures. We can probably ditch the Abrade or the Rabble Master. We can then play land into hopefully Chalice on 1, Chalice on 2. Hope that they're not the Jund variant, but if they are, I have the Magus. Chalice on 1 will protect. Okay, well, it's not the mono white one. We're the underdog here, I think. Watery Grave. Thoughtseize, probably. Alright, looks like I'm getting a Chalice on 1 here, and then hopefully getting a land drop. They may take this Magus. It is the card that ruins them the most currently. There it goes. Goodbye, Magus. Alright, hand will be protected here for a turn. We'll be able to probably remove whatever it is. Unless it's, what, Tarmogoyf? Now the Blood Moon effect off the top wouldn't be bad here. They have another fetch. They're going to start fetching basics. There's Bobble. There's a reason to play Chalice on 0 there, but I also think the Chalice on 2 is not a bad idea. It shuts down more of the deck than anything else. We have a Polluted Delta here. We have a Bobble coming off. Could play this Chalice on 0. Keep up a Braid. Less uses of Luris. What do you got for us, opponent? A Karn. Well, Karn takes care of the Bobble interaction. Let's go ahead and leave a Braid open here and pass turn. It's another reason that the Karn list is a bit better than probably just straight red. So we have something for interacting with our opponent here. Try to get this Chalice on 2. I'd love to use the Abrade previous to the Chalice on 2. That way I can at least kill Luris. Opponent doesn't fear Blood Moon even though they've seen the Blood Moon. Maybe they have red cards as well. Darkslick Shores. Let's just find a Blood Moon. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and attempt to play this Karn. Can't be Stubborn Denial. Mana Leak. Alright. That's fine. We got to get those out of the hand anyway. We have the Chalice on 2 as an option here, and we have the Abrade. We'll see if they want to play Luris here. Land drop. Tapped. We have another counter spell, it looks like. Do I try to play this Chalice on 2 now? Well, I'll try it. I expect this to get countered as well. This countering lets my Abrade land. In a way, they could let this just land here and then they get the Luris. Archmage Charm? Cool. Alright. So we've just got this Grixis version here. I haven't really played too much against a Grixis Luris deck here. We could have also Chaliced on 0 the previous turn to get under the Mana Leak, but I don't want to be doing that. Opponent finds a basic. We can now Luris and defend our Luris here. We can't defend our Luris with a Mana Leak, though, but they don't know that yet. Bobble's coming back. We will be firing our Abrade off at the Luris, trying to kill it. I don't think there's a card in the top of the library that would entice me otherwise. And they'll pop this Bobble, so they have this. Force of Negation would be a problem. Mana Leak is not a problem. Remand is not a problem. Don't be a ritual effect. I don't think they know about this ritual. I don't think that was the thing they saw. Well, if I don't have to use the ritual. Kill Luris? Can't pay for Mana Leak here. Or I can pay for Mana Leak. Drown. Okay. Well, not having a Chalice on 0 is... It's going to drown us under the Bobble interactions here with Luris. They can probably keep everything up here now, too. By the way, this is a matchup where Eidolon would be excellent. Attacks me for 3. Opponent's going to get a double draw here if they like. And does so. Double draw to our single draw here. We get a land. We'll pass turn. They're going to draw 2 cards a turn. We're going to draw 1 card a turn. Their deck seems to be full of non-basics for the most part, though. So fast Blood Moon could be good. Eidolon would be screwing this up, and then I have in my Red Punisher list an Ash Zealot as well, which would be messing this up. I have a feeling we're missing a whole bunch of Fatal Pushes, though. It might be worth conceding here not to show the Rabble Masters. They just know about Magus. Let's go ahead and concede here. My opponent's got 7 cards, all blue mana open. I have a Ruins and a Ritual. I don't want them to accidentally see a Rabble Master here. We have a Karn, Chalice, and Chandra's coming. So we're going to take 3 damage, go to 11, 8. Probably get countered. This doesn't do anything. We'd be at 5. Chandra probably gets countered, and this would be dead. Alright, Hazoret can probably come in here. Spellskite, Relic. Do I want to keep these Rabble Masters in? This is so hard to determine because I can't just sit here and do nothing. They're going to have a lot of removal probably for Chalices too. Abrupt Decay. Shenanigans, Disenchants. Not Disenchant, sorry. What are we playing? Grixis? Shenanigans and Abrades. That's what the Spellskite's here for, though. They didn't see Rabble Master. Let's take some Slagstorms out. I need Abrades to interact with them, though. All the Blood Moon effects need to be in. All the Ritual effects need to be in. Let's take 1 bridge out. Let's leave a Spellskite behind. We'll try to do it with Rabble Master Hazoret and some Relics. Not being able to put it in pressure, though, with like an Eidolon when they cast things, though, is definitely going to hurt us. Let's play first. Turn 1 Blood Moon? It's a possibility. We have a turn 1 Rabble Master. How deep do we want to go here? Gosh dang it. Alright. Turn 1 Rabble Master is about as fast as we can go. Assuming they're more of a Grixis control. They didn't see too many of our creatures here. So we'll just hope that maybe, just maybe, this will be enough. We have a Relic here to keep the graveyard in check or draw us cards, and we have this random bridge here that's not going to do too much for us. Don't bolt this, don't Fatal Push it. If we can avoid those 2 things from happening, we're in great shape. If they've got that spot removal, that's not good. Steam Vent's shocked in. Red mana bolts the Rabble Master. Alright, well, I get to play a Relic down and pass turn, dealing 1 damage to our opponent. With Lurrus being so prominent in Modern at the moment, there is a lot of spot removal. It may be time to go really hard block or some other approach to our Pyro Prison builds. Not that I particularly want to. By the way, we can control our yard here for a Drown in the Lock as well if we'd like. I'm going to go for this and see if they want to Drown in the Lock, and then I can Relic away. It's probably just a mana leak here, but maybe they'll go Drown in the Lock because they see 3 here. This is like... Oh, blue-black. I'll eat my own graveyard. Can't counter. Can't counter. Blood Moon in. Feeling pretty good. We got him. Our opponent has learned a thing. Got him. That Ritual Blood Moon was pretty good. Scalding Tarn. Opponent's mono red now. Which mono red deck is better? That's a little ways away. We're going to just casually take care of their yard here. I'm not going to pop the Relic anytime soon here. I don't see a reason to. Maybe if I start missing a 4th land, but not for the 3rd land here. Yeah, exactly. They got nothing going on here. There's our third land. We'll go ahead and get rid of this. Swing for 1. It's looking decent, decent, decent. I think we got him with his Blood Moon. We avoided a mana leak. They tried for the Drown. Maybe the Drown is all they had. They wanted to test to see if we saw the line with the Relic. I actually like holding Bridge here because if they have some sort of way to make us discard with maybe a basic Swamp here, basic Swamp 2 damage make us discard, I'd rather hold the Karn here. Karn down ticking is probably not a smart idea immediately. We'll probably go up with it first, see if they have a double bolt. They've already used 1 bolt here. I don't want to just open ourselves up to down tick Karn, get liquid metal coating, and our opponent is just like, sure, bolt. Trying to attack with this Goblin. Trying to, not able to. Opponent's thinking about bolting this Goblin here. We got a whole nother game to go, opponent. Don't burn your time out. Got 17 minutes. Let's do a just checking the lag here. Looks like we're good. That went through immediately. Sometimes I'm a little bit worried that we're not getting through with what we need. Now, the question is, do I go ahead and pop this Relic at end step? I might do it now to try to get this 4th land to get Karn going, because I think Karn being slammed would be a win. We don't want them to draw their basics. We gotta beat the game. We gotta beat the game quicker. Okay, just pick up another Relic. Land drop here as well. This is all looking very good here. We'll go up here with this Karn. Avoiding bolt. Swing for 1 past turn. If they have double bolt, they have double bolt. There we go. Karn played. Not interested. Let's go to match number or game number 3. Game 3. Final match. Going for that 3-2. Trying to take down Lair, the companion. We are the underdog here. Opponent will be able to play first. Oh shoot. Here we go. I could Karn them turn 1. You know we have to try for it. If they don't have the Thoughtseize, they take the bolt. I guess the bolt would ruin our Karn here. Don't Thoughtseize me. Oh, it's blue mana. It's a Delver. Do I go for this? Oh, I just go for Magus of the Moon. This is... Oh. Magus into... It seems decent. They might have a bolt. Do they reveal anything with the Delver? So we have a Grixis Delver Luris here. It's pretty hot stuff. Bolting. Grim Lavamancer. Okay. No bolt here. That means Karn is probably good to go. What do we want to get here? Probably just a Walking Ballista and see if we can nail this the next turn, killing both of these. We'll go for that line. We're going to hope they miss here with a Delver. Walking Ballista, though, looks pretty good. I'm not going to attack here because it would put the Delver into the bin and let the Grim Lavamancer do its thing. We need them to whiff here and flipping the Delver. Shoot. It's alive. It's alive. Alright, kill Karn here. I like having a Walking Ballista here, though. I can take out the Grim Lavamancer and swing for 1. Or 2. This is 2. And then I'll have an active... couple creatures here and an active Walking Ballista. In we go. It is a 3-2 up there, but we have them Blood Mooned out. They haven't used bolts here at all. They didn't use bolts on Karn. They haven't used bolts here on the Magus, so I think we've got them locked out of colors. This is a draw for the turn because they, well, can't guarantee that just yet. All right. Shoot. Oh. I'm going to put a Chalice on one, I think. Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, Lightning Bolt, Ruin, what board state we have currently. This will test if they have the Chalice, or the Bolt. We'll attack for 2 here, 3 plus the Walking Ballista to pass the turn. Oh, come on, we can do this. We can beat Laris. Just need the Blood Moon. Extra land here. A Dismember would kind of ruin us a little bit. We can race this, though, in our current board state. Dang. That's hard to just not put that on 2. We're staying close with the insect. This will stop any Abrades from showing up as well. We're not clear of a K command just yet. But we're now clear of more Grim Lavamancers, Bolts, Abrades, Mana Leaks, Drowns. They hit us for another 3 here. We're going to hit them back, and we are going to be pumping Walking Ballista this time around. We're actually going to do the pump after. We'll do it now. Where this gets a little bit weird is if they had something that's higher than 1 and 2 here to pick this off, then we can't pump and kill the insect, because the insect is going to race us better if they're able to kill Walking Ballista. At this point, we're good to go. They're going to probably start defending here soon. I would think they'd start defending. We're at 8. They're at 8. We're going to pump Walking Ballista. We can almost do it twice now, too, which is really nice. We miss lethal here because I'm clicking through by accident. So in order to not really miss too much else here, we're going to pump Walking Ballista, shoot this to avoid some sort of weird big burn spell. But we should have had lethal there. We just kind of whiffed on it. We were a little too quick with the fingers there. Gave him 1 extra draw. There we go. Blood Moon locks it out. Walking Ballista was the right call off the Karn. They did flip. Got rid of the Grim Lavamancer, taking the league down 3-2 here with Red Prison. Without Eidolon. Here's the list for you. Huh. Storm, 2 Laris decks, a Prowess deck, which we kind of whiffed on. Doing anything to... 1 other deck. Red Prison in Modern. Do we need Eidolons? We got the Spellskites in here. We have a Spellskite boarded. We have a Spellskite main deck. We have extra removal. The extra removal is very good against the Laris deck that was mono white. It's also very good against the Prowess deck. Everything that's 1 and 2 mana seems to be relatively killable through Slagstorm and Braid, except Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf's always been a problem for the deck, especially in more of a Jund. I think Jund Laris is just going to be very difficult. You're going to need your Blood Moons, you're going to need your Magus of the Moons, you're going to try to get them off and hope they don't have that bolt. We saw at the end there, the Grixis version, we were able to navigate just enough around, and Blood Moon was definitely lethal. So that was good. Bringing in the extra Maguses is probably good for that, but the couple matchups that we saw with the Prowess, the Mono White, and even a little bit of Storm, it doesn't really impact too much. Overall, I think Red Prison has a bit of a place. It's probably more of an underdog currently than it is at even keel with some of the decks, especially with some of the value generated. Flourish, Mishra's Bauble, repeat. You just get buried under the amount of cards they can draw. But overall, I think You could probably take this. You could probably play Eidolons instead of Spellskites. You can play Spellskites if you expect more Lurrus decks. Eidolons aren't bad against Lurrus decks. Being able to do that incremental damage is probably not a bad idea. The red Punisher list probably uses Eidolon a little bit better because it can have the reach of bolts. It has reach of Force of Rage and just some other Chandra things, where this one's trying to sit back a little bit more. I'm wondering if Rabblemaster belongs in this list, and that's kind of leaning towards that free win red style, but it just gets picked off, and I think it's just a little bit of a bait here. We could probably bring a 4th Magus in, really go hard on the Blood Moon kind of package. We could probably bring some sort of Planeswalker package here as well. Keeping in mind, if we do that, Thalia becomes even harder to deal with. Red Prison here in Modern. If you've enjoyed this one, a YouTube exclusive, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button. And I think that'll do it. We'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.